Thanks for watching Isekai Haven.
Our rizzed up MC has decided that New should start attending the academy. The next day from where we left off, New dresses up as a student of the academy to supply information to Kageno in public as it gets less attention that way. She informs Kageno that getting out information from the man that was caught last night wasn't possible as the man shared traits of the cult of Diablo's vanguard, the third children. She also adds that the cultists are now taking orphans with magical aptitude, and the children of poor families and brainwashing them to make their army. Rex, the game of betrayal, a named first child's presence has been confirmed by the girls in the Shadow Garden. It is revealed that he is the only one who has maintained his sense of self even though he was brainwashed by the cult. Kageno fantasizes over being the best mob in existence. He can't help but praise himself for playing the part of a weak, round one losing pushover. He fakes his loss in fabulous fashion, using fake blood to exaggerate the attacks that he receives. Rose wins the battle and Kageno, covered in blood, makes his exit. After the sword fighting tournament, Sherry came to ask Kageno about his health condition as he was badly injured in the fight by the opponent, but he doesn't even seem to remember her name. When she was handing him the cookies as they were starting their friendship, Kageno noticed her father being the assistant principal of the Academy of Science, Lutheran Barnett. Lutheran Barnett reveals the information of his daughter being involved in the project of researching an artifact for the Royal Army. He couldn't speak against them and break their hearts, so Kageno used his wounds as an excuse to stay away from them for a while as he can still keep being a background character. That day, Sherry went to ask Princess Alexia about her relationship with Kageno, which made her quite mad to begin with as Sherry was trying to get closer to Kageno herself. On the other hand, the whole Midas Academy was put inside a barrier made by the cult of Diablos and Kageno couldn't use his magic anymore as he noticed enemies entering the classrooms. The cult of Diablos took over the whole school using the name of Shadow Garden to frame them. When the situation between Rose Oriana and the brainwashed was getting pretty tense, Kageno gets injured in the process of saving her in the middle, just as he planned. Kageno was only doing his part as a background character, but Rose Oriana thought of his actions as the actions of love. He didn't care about himself while protecting her. All of the students get taken to the auditorium and Kageno takes this chance to heal himself with magic as he now needs to complete his deeds. Meanwhile, Rex forcefully enters the research lab of Sherry by breaking the windows, where she was researching the artifact of the cult of Diablos. When Sherry was about to get attacked by the intruder, Glenn, Vice Commander of the Crimson Order, saves her from the attack so she can get away. Glenn does his best to buy her time. On the other hand, Kageno decides to attack the intruders from the roof as he wanted to save his grand entrance until after dark. He saves Sherry multiple times from being captured by the intruders as she can't protect herself. He even grabs her right before she almost falls down the stairs. Sherry reveals that an artifact called the Eye of Avarice is blocking the magic and storing it temporarily. They need to gain control of the Eye of Avarice. This way they can get the situation under control. Sherry finishes deciphering the eye. On the way to Sherry's study, Rex faces the unfathomable power of Kageno, which exceeds his comprehensive capabilities, and gets killed in the end. It is revealed that Rex was able to defeat Glenn while they were fighting in the study room, and Marco was the only surviving member of Crimson Order. As the magic wasn't working, Shadow Garden wasn't functioning well, and also the Night Order was disoriented as they have different opinions. It is shown that New has some kind of grudge against Marco but fails in her attempt to kill him as Kageno arrives at the scene. While Kageno was fine-tuning the control artifact with Sherry, everyone in the Shadow Garden was waiting for it to be done, so they can go on with their mission against the cult of Diablos. The Dark Knight Order has taken this time to commence bickering with each other while doing nothing productive. Since their abilities are now outmatched with the use their magic is gone, all of their specialists are being held captive inside the auditorium. After finishing with the artifact, Sherry goes on through the secret tunnels so she can save her father since Kageno can't go with her. On the other hand, the enemies started shooting the hostages for fun as they noticed Rex hadn't returned from doing his job in the study room. Sherry, throwing her control artifact on the air, proceeds to break the whole magic barrier, which gives everyone their ability to use magic back again. All of the students started fighting back with the enemies as Rose Oriana instructed them to do. Just when Rose Oriana was about to get surrounded by enemies, Kageno arrives at the scene breaking through the glass roof dressed up as Shadow. The whole Shadow Garden army has now surrounded the auditorium, and they have started neutralizing all the threats inside the premise. Rose Oriana sees the opportunity of saving the students as she instructs everyone to leave the auditorium carrying the injured so they can be saved. Meanwhile, Sherry is desperate as she can't find her father anywhere in the school. All of a sudden, a fire breaks out in the whole school, one section after another. It seems that the leader of the cult of Diablos was in the school and was the one setting the fires. It must have been coming from the main control room of the school. Barnett landed a critical blow onto Kageno and he had fallen. He had believed he won, but in chaotic fashion, Kageno stabs Barnett through his heart, just like he had done to Sherry's mother in the past. Kageno decides to paint himself as the culprit as he doesn't want Sherry to know the truth, and moreover, it doesn't matter what people think of him. The next day, Sherry thanks Kageno for his help with the artifacts the previous day, and reveals her decision to go study abroad in Lagos. When Kageno asks Sherry about her mission that she needs to complete, she doesn't reveal the information, claiming it to be a secret.
Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more content like this.